twice, and in 2011 All-State. With her today, her mom, Keisha Thompson, her dad, Edward Johnson, and her coach, LaHonda Howard. Thank you all for being here today. Appreciate it very much. Congratulations. Some highlights: All-Conference, All-State as a sophomore, selected to the Arkansas AU sophomore team. With her today, Coach Ashley Nance, Assistant Jeff Gifford, her mom Elaine, and her grandmother Geneva. Congratulations. Free throw line, he shoots a whopping 85%. He is All-State, 2011 Greene County Tech Holiday All-Tournament Team, 2011 Camden Fairview Christmas Classic All-Tournament Team. With Jackson today are his parents Scott and Laura Rawlings, and friends Bill and Tammy Winston, and Coach Micah Marsh. Jackson record for the Union County High Schools with 57 points, 10 assists, 16 rebounds in 3 quarters. Won a national championship with the Arkansas Wings. His team was in the state semifinals a year ago. With Stetson today, his parents Cedric and April Billings, his brother Colin, and his coach Anthony Avery. What do all 3 of these guys have in common? NCAA. All 3 of their teams went to the NCAA tournament last year.
Yeah!
Which is baseball season, starts off season.
Right.
The baseball players at Lafayette, they always are right there at the side of the court. You know, we hired Robert Lee, who's one of our assistant coaches, been a long-time coach at Louisiana Lafayette, highly successful down there, went to the NCAA tournament, had some great teams. Their baseball players are the best. I mean, they always have been, right at the end of the bench. And we're down there probably 4 or 5 years ago, and before it's even thrown up, a guy hollers down there, "Shields, I bet you got chronic neck pain." And hesitates for a second, said, "Keeping that nose of yours upright." And I mean, it's game on from there. Next guy. Of course, the best thing about it, that's why I think Coach asked me this morning when we were taping our TV show, you know, about our teams playing okay on the road. I think we're decent on the road because everything's directed at me. It takes it off our team. I mean, next guy says, "I bet you can smell what I had for breakfast." You know, it's on and on and on. Of course, my guys are down there belly laughing. Shut up.
Comedy show for Steve's over. Now it's my turn. Now, hey, honestly, we had a really good run going for a while. Probably the thing that really got us fixed and changed was we had 6 injuries in the middle of the year. And for us, trying to turn the corner like we were, it's really tough to sustain those injuries. Late in the year, I was still down to our 3rd string catcher, a guy that was a walk-on from Christian Brothers High School in Memphis that came to one of our camps and just works hard. And a guy like that is probably like one of our best stories. He finishes 9th in the Sun Belt in hitting last year. And we started pitching a little bit better. We had some injuries there. We lost one of our guys in the middle. We lost one of our catchers to a broken thumb, lost one of our outfielders to an arm injury, and it just kept getting worse and worse. And about 3 weeks before, we got a couple breaks and a couple late hits, and we got our confidence back. And you're right, no one had picked us. And I like it that way, just like these guys when they came here, and I rely on these guys a lot for a lot of, inspiration. They probably kept my head above water the first year, just turning a program around. But it's fun now. I mean, we've got to the point where I can get kids from all over the country that want to come in here. The All-American Junior College player is signed here. I'm able to sign like Ryan Scott here from North Little Rock, Andrew Hahn's with us from North Little Rock. Kids are wanting to stay. And most people don't realize, and something I wanted to make sure everyone knew today, the Sun Belt in baseball is the 6th rated RPI conference out of 32 in the country. So what people don't realize is how great we play. One of the top 10, you're playing in the top 10% in baseball in the country. And Arkansas is going to be that. And we're going to be a nuisance to them too. So there's a lot of good things that we're doing, and we look forward to the challenges of this year.
Coach Foley, you were like Coach Shields in the fact that you had the Player of the Year, Chastity Reed, a year ago. And you had some terrific guards that were 4-year starters for you. You lost those. You guys are having a heck of a year, Joe.
Well, you're losing Chas, which was our leading scorer, and all y'all always ask me about Chas. Chas is overseas in Israel. She signed a deal with Phoenix the other day. She'll probably be with Phoenix this year, so that's good for her. She is, she was a terrific scorer, and our team is more of a, this year we're kind of trying to get a little bit more balance. And one of the good things that I can say about our teams this year it's very young. And we got a young lady from Conway, Taylor Galt, that's leading our team in scoring, a freshman. And, you know, where she is right now, where Chas was when she was a freshman. When Chas got here, Chas came out of high school averaging 10 points a game. Didn't really play that much as a freshman. And then her sophomore year, she really took off. And then, you know, everybody knows from there on, she became one of the leading scorers in the country. And this young lady is doing a terrific job for us offensively. Naturally, all freshmen, especially on the women's side, have to learn how to play man-to-man defense. That's something that it just usually takes about a year, and our team's just now starting to become a pretty good defensive team. We didn't have a good outing against Denver, but that's the first one in a while that we haven't, and we won 8 out of our last 10 games, and we are tied for first 2 with Denver, and we split with them. So, you know, we've got a good opportunity to keep getting better and better and still have one of the top teams in the country or in our conference.
If you would, explain the difference of playing at home and on the road, and you guys have had success. And a couple of years ago, 3 years ago, you all won 13 games on the road, which one of 3 or 4 teams in the country to do so.
Right, as Chuck said, we lost our top 3 scorers from a year ago. Solomon Bozeman was the MVP of the conference tournament, Sun Belt Conference Player of the Year, had a great senior year for us. And then we lost Matt Mosey and Alex Garcia Mendoza, our top 3 scorers. We've got 7 new freshmen in our program right now, 9 total new guys in our program. And so it takes time. We played a very good schedule to start with. Unfortunately for us, we couldn't win those close games. It takes time to learn how to win. And we were struggling with that early. Had SMU here at home and ended up leading the whole way, got beat in overtime, had Oral Roberts here at home, led the whole way, ended up getting beat late, and then played some tough road games. Played at Kentucky, played very well there in the first half, led by 3 at the half, and then just couldn't rebound with them in the second half. Played at Michigan State, but struggled. Going into conference play, we were 3-10, going to North Texas and to Denver. We played 4 of our first 5 games on the road. We won all 5 of them, and that's a credit to our guys and the character of this basketball team. I said from day one, even when we were struggling, we were having really good practices. Our guys were into it. They wanted to be coached. They were open to being a part of something bigger than themselves. They weren't selfish guys, and as long as we were into that and into being a team, I knew we had a chance to have a decent team. We played 5 of our first 7 on the road. We were 5-2 in conference play. We're 8-2 right now. Excited about where we are. We were picked to finish 5th in the West Division by the league coaches. So if somebody said, you know, are you glad where you are right now? Obviously you want to win them all, but had they told me a month ago you could be 8-2, we'd have probably taken it and run with it. We got